Do you want your combos to look like this? Well, this video is going to teach you how to do exactly that, so make sure you watch all the way to the end. Yo, what's up? So another game just released, and comboing can seem really difficult and pretty confusing, honestly, as a lot of arena finders don't work the way this game does. But with today's video, I can make comboing in this game really easy for you. So before we get started in this video, I'm using Xbox controls, and I'm using standard as well. So anytime I refer to X on the PlayStation controller, I mean square. Anytime I refer to A on the PlayStation controller, I mean X. Y and triangle, B and circle, and so forth. Alright, so, of course, you have your X, which just does your melee attacks, like so, and your Y, that does your key blast attacks. Now, you definitely want to use your key blast attacks a lot, pressuring somebody from far away, but I wouldn't really recommend using them up close unless you teleport behind them and then start using it like so. So, before we get started with the combos, one thing I don't see a lot of people doing is doing snap vanishes while you're comboing. So, for example, like this. If you're just attacking normally and you press right bumper or R1, you can teleport behind the person like so. Now, I have unlimited ki, but if we change it, it does use some ki, as you can see at the top. I would just recommend getting used to this, because if they're blocking like this, you can get behind them and break their guard if they're not expecting it. And of course, you gotta do it fast enough. Okay, and now with that out the way, let's just get into comboing. So, I showed you guys earlier the melee attack, which is like this. After you press it 5 times, you will push them backwards, as you just saw, like this. I would not recommend just spamming X like this. You're missing out on a lot of damage, and it's very predictable. So if you don't already know, when you press A, you can do a dash in, like so. And you can utilize this in your combos. So after we press X 5 times, we're going to dash in to close the gap. So you guys can see right here, like that. As you guys can see, we just close the gap like this immediately. So directly after you close the gap, you're going to want to use what's called a up or a down smash. So by tilting a direction on the analog stick, either up or down, and pressing X, your attack button, you can attack different directions while you're dashing. So I'll show you an example. As you can see, I used down tilt and X, and then Goku did a overhead attack. Pressing up at X kicks up like this. So this just to catch them off guard, because they're gonna automatically be blocking after this. If you just do it normally without direction, it just does a straightforward attack. And so this way, by either pressing up or down, you're doing like a little 50-50, and they have to guess which direction to block in. So once again, this is what it looks like. You see it kicking up or attacking downwards. So it's possible to repeat that again. So what I like to do for my main bread and butter combos, I'll just do this right here. And like that. So then it kind of keeps them on their toes. I don't really know what to expect. And then after that, I would implement what we call smash attacks. So by pressing Y or triangle while using normal attacks, you do this thing called a smash attack, which is a different iteration. So I'll showcase them all for Goku. I would recommend learning your main or mains smash attacks, as they're going to be different for each character. So by pressing X 1 time and then Y, we do a little gut check. Like that. Twice, Goku blasts the opponent away like this. 3 times, Goku does a leg kick. And 4 times, you get another gut check. Now, it only goes up to 4 times, because as you hit the 5th one, it pushes them away, and there's just no way to hit them with that. So it just shoots a ki blast. So yeah, I would get very familiar with your character and which moves they do, as it's just very helpful to know this information. Now, some characters actually have a smash attack that flips the opponent around to where you're hitting them in the back. Pause. And I'll try and show that on screen now. So as you see, it just turns them around. And this is actually really good, because your opponent cannot block attacks with their back turn. This just means that you're forcing them to use a meter or another move just to get out your attack, which is really good. So for a character like Goku, this is the order I would use smash attacks in. I would use his kicks first, and then just use the gut check. As when you push him away, it's too much distance and it gives him too much time. So I just like to use the legs first and then gut check. And like I said, each character is different, so it's going to be up to you to learn what each character does best. I do want to make some character guides in the future, just some characters like playing and some guides on them. So if you want to see any, leave it down in the comment section below. I can get around to making a character guide for your character. But yeah, so implementing all that, this is kind of what the attacks should start to look like now. We do the first dash in, do the second one, use their legs, and then gut shot like this. Now, there is a variation to smash attacks. Now, earlier how we tilted the analog stick to attack different directions while dashing, we can do the same thing with smash attacks. So if you press X any amount of times and then press Y while tilting down like this, you can either sweep their legs like that, or hit them up. And so you kind of have different routes to choose here. If you want to hit them up, you can kind of dash in and attack them later. So I'm pressing your A button on the Xbox, or X on PS4 controller. Once you hit them up, you press A, and you'll either snap vanish or go up to them, depending on the character. And then you can just basically smash X at that point, and you hit them back down. And with the sweep attack, it's actually a bit more complicated. So after you do the sweep attack, you're going to want to hit Y 2 more times, and then X. Or rather, a triangle 2 more times, and then square. So for example, Y, Y, X. And that's smash them back down. So what I like to do after a sweep attack is you can actually grab them off the ground. So you just grab by holding right bumper and X, like this. That's what a normal grab looks like. But whenever they're on the ground, you'll automatically just pick them up off the ground. So I'll show you guys right here. Like that. And the reason this is good is because you can then follow up with a super attack. So I'll show you guys right here as an example. As you see, that'll hit them, and that's a nice way to end off a combo. And so when you put all that together, it looks something like this. And yeah, that's just a very, very good combo for just Goku in particular. And yeah, and of course you don't have to combo exactly like me. If you like using this move a lot, I like using it too. It's a very great way to just get some space. And you'll really just have to make changes to your own playstyle in accordance to how your opponent is playing. So this isn't like a definitive play this way every single time, do this combo every single time, but it's just knowing all your options to get to that point where you can win the match. All right, and that's all I got for you guys today. I'm going to be making a defensive video really soon, and stay tuned for the channel because I want to put ranked matches out as I'm climbing the ranks right now as we speak. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Just smash like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.